Yeah, Stadium Pulse, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome in the Action Sports Jax 24/7 studio. I'm Jason Hamby. We're talking college ball again every Monday, every Friday, 9 to 10 a.m. A lot to get to today. Sherrone Moore will have it all. A lot of Notre Dame. And I have an interesting kind of retrospective thought on FSU that I'm very curious to see what Noles fans have to say. SEC schedules came out yesterday. We'll get to the bracket as well as the playoff. And a special shout-out to Tennessee. We'll explain that. So hop in with us. Hop in the chat. Let us know what you're feeling. A Billy Napier thought as well. Can't let that one escape me. Billy escape here. So that'll be fun. Gators fans probably not going to like that one today. Probably not going to like that one. But nonetheless, 9 o'clock on a Friday. It's cold outside. We welcome back Zach to the show. Back in the saddle. First appearance since the Gators beat FSU.
Yeah.
Before we get there, Zach, it's 47 degrees outside. First of all, do you like the cold weather?
First of all, no. Second of all I'm going to say is one word. You're going to know exactly what I'm going to say. When I woke up and felt this weather for like the 5th day in a row, John?
Right. Yeah, you're like... Okay, so when I woke up this morning and I hit the fresh cold air at 5:40 this morning, I liked it. And I know it's 5 straight days. But it got me thinking, man, I mean, are we going to start to see some playoff games with snow? I was trying to think. Genuinely, I can't remember the last, like, if we ever had, I mean, I know playoff hasn't been around for all that long, but have we ever had a playoff game where we saw snow in college football? Obviously, the NFL, it happens all the time. I mean, we just had the Bills and the Bengals last Sunday, Snow Fest. I'm trying to think college football-wise. Obviously, Ohio State, Michigan, snows. Army, Navy is going to probably... It snows quite often. I don't know what it looks like tomorrow. No idea. We'll have a thought on that game as well. Have we ever had a playoff game that snowed? Or even back when it was BCS?
I don't think so, because I think all those games were domed.
Right, because,
Dome piece.
all these games are domed. So, that got me thinking, look, next year the schedule is going to be pushed back a month. Or, excuse me, not a month, a week. Season starts a week later. And then we've got home games for the playoff, at least for the first round. Are we going to start to get some? Like, hypothetically, in 2 weeks, we've got the first round of home games, but all of these teams, I mean, Texas A&M, obviously not. Oregon, probably not. But if you were to get the second round, where our home games as well in the playoff, which they're not. Like, I don't need, maybe I'm in the minority. I would love to see the second round of the playoff be home games as well. Like for Indiana to get to host a home game, or Georgia to get to host a home game, Ohio State, Texas Tech, that'd be awesome. I don't need the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans anymore. Like, I get it. I think we're good. Like, I know if you do the second round, then you've only got 3 opportunities to put a playoff game in the neutral site. Put the semifinal and the championship in these kind of games. You can have it at the Orange Bowl in Miami if you want. Obviously, the Rose Bowl's got to be in there. But if you wanted to just go Sugar Bowl and Orange Bowl, Miami and New Orleans for the semifinal, and give me the Rose Bowl as the national championship, no matter what, just get rid of the rotation, and the first and the second rounds were home games, I'm taking that all day. Is anybody not taking that?
I have an idea. Here we go.
It's not going to be good.
This is my official pitch to the college football playoff.
Okay, as the commissioner.
As the commissioner.
Go ahead.
We live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Sure.
On a limited income. But it's you take the bowl games that matter. And you can really take all of them. And you place them on the best rivalry games. Okay?
I'm not following.
Okay, so rivalry weekend, November.
Yes.
Those get the bowl games. So, like, the best games that year. And the bowl games do not go. This is where you run into the problem. I understand this is not a perfect idea. But, like, the biggest bowl games, so you're thinking Rose Bowl, Orange Bowl, right?
Yep.
Hosts Michigan, Ohio State. Hosts.
Oh.
You see?
Yes.
Host the rivalry. And then the championships either every other year it's in Atlanta or Miami or the Rose Bowl in LA. You put the championship there every year, but every playoff game is a home game for the better seed.
Okay, yeah. Not happening.
No. Not a shot. But
And
it'd be electric.
Well, no. I think that's a terrible idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're wrong.
I think that's a terrible idea.
Why?
You don't want Ohio State, Michigan anywhere else other than the Big House or in the shoe.
Okay, fine, no problem. But I'm talking about the playoff seeds. I'm talking about playoff seeds are the home game. That's the flaw in my argument is I don't think the Ohio State Michigan game should be anywhere but the Big House and the Horseshoe.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that it should be like the Rose Bowl at Ohio State Michigan.
Well, it can't be the Rose Bowl unless it's...
Well, get rid of the damn bowl games, Jason. The bowl games are dumb.
Okay, look. I'm going to forgive you for one reason.
Okay.
I think this argument is quite literally the dumbest thing you've ever said on the show.
Okay, fair.
However, you brought Krispy Kreme donuts in when you came in this morning. The box is there.
Right there.
Yeah, so all good.
I primed you up for a really dumb day of dumb ideas.
Just going to move on. You are awarded no points, but...
It's Shile. You know that.
Well, I mean, you brought the donuts, so... Hey, if you haven't gotten out of the house, if you're on the way to work, if you're not quite to your place of business, feel free to stop by. Not a plug, not sponsored, but get yourself a Krispy Kreme donut.
That sign was on right when I passed it.
Okay, and there's that. By the way, just to further your argument against your argument, obviously the SEC schedules come out, and again, we'll have a note on that later, but it's the first year where Georgia, Florida will be in Atlanta next year, and then Tampa, because of the renovations, obviously right here in Jacksonville. That's going to suck. Georgia, Florida, and Atlanta, I don't care. Like, obviously, the game is the game, of course. It's not going to be the same. Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz?
No. But there's got to be
Tampa.
The bottom line, Jason, is that I just do not like the bowl games.
Well, nobody does, Zach. That's why everybody's getting fined $500,000 to avoid them.
I saw this tweet. This is not an original idea.
Okay. Not really anything that you say is other than that really bad idea that you had earlier. That would have to be original because nobody else was capable of coming up with something like that.
I was wondering when you're going to land the blow. It only took you 30 seconds to get it down.
No problem.
So I think that the bowl games, what if you put it at week 0 the following year?
Okay, I did see that.
That's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
I've heard of worse.
And the thing was that the money that the teams get, the winning team obviously gets the most of that money, right, for that year, but the game will not go on their official record.
Right. Well, we'll see. All right. Well, we successfully didn't start the show with Sherrone Moore, which is good. That was my goal. Didn't necessarily want to jump right in with that. But obviously, he is the topic in college football right now. Number one, because it's so big. Number two, because there's no games this week other than Army-Navy tomorrow. So if somehow you lived under a rock, all good. I'm going to give you the SparkNotes version. I think everybody knows the story at this point. But Sherrone Moore, in his second year at Michigan, was fired Wednesday out of nowhere. Couldn't believe it. When I saw it, went 9-3, and then you find out it's for cause, a.k.a. off the field, not on the field. So then it comes out that the university says that there's credible evidence that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Okay. Then obviously hours later, after the news that is of the firing and all this stuff, it comes out that Sherrone Moore was arrested, he was detained and taken to a county jail. He's still in jail this morning as of our last update. So it's going on a day and a half, 2 nights for Sherrone Moore. And obviously, now that this is all out, it has to do with an alleged affair with a staff member. Keep in mind, Sherrone Moore is married with 3 daughters. And apparently, or allegedly, Moore went to this woman's house and there was stuff there, and that was what led to the police being involved. John in the chat says they knew for a while and hid it to protect the recruiting class after signing day. So yeah, let the story be the story, okay? Because this is really this is the football part that I want to focus on. The huge question right now is, did Michigan know? And this is why this is such a big question, because allegedly, supposedly, according to reports, the university met with both Moore and this girl. I think her name is Paige Shiver, something like that. They met individually with them in July. They met with Moore, then they met with the woman, and they said, "Hey, is this happening?" And both of them said no, no way, no how, no shot. So apparently the university said, all right, that's like, we can't do anything about it then. They said it. They haven't said anything about it. Well, then apparently what changed and what led to this is that this week the woman came to the university, supposedly, like with receipts, and said, hey, this is like fessed up. This is what's been happening. Then they had no choice, and they fired Sherrone Moore. So if you knew about it, something, rumors, speculation, whatever, enough to bring together a meeting in July, 5 months ago, or 6 months ago now, you knew something. This probably didn't catch the university that off guard, is my point. So there's going to be a ton of digging on this, and it's the timing. Obviously, if it's the girl coming forward and saying all this stuff, the girl doesn't really care about the recruiting class. The girl doesn't care. Like, there's something else that's why she came forward at the time she did. However, it is a little bit ironic that this happens just days after they sign a huge recruiting class. Because obviously, if this happens just a week before, that's all blown up. Now, will a lot of those people probably be released from their letters of intent and most likely go elsewhere? Yes, so they're still going to get crushed for this. As far as this class, and I mean, who knows the sanctions and the punishments and the residual impacts and effects going forward. Much less, obviously, it's a horrible look for the university, and they don't have a head coach, all that stuff. But still, if it comes out that they knew about it and put it under the rug until at least after the class was signed, huge L. Huge mistake. And it's going to be real bad for the university. It already is real bad for Sherrone Moore. Obviously, there's legal involved. There's a ton of, sounds like he went and spiraled and all this stuff. So I don't want to comment a ton on that just until we learn more. But I think we can say at this point, I mean, the guy's making the buyout's $14 million. He's probably going to try and still get that money, by the way. As of right now, it looks like Michigan's going to be off the hook. But there's stuff with like, oh, there wasn't an HR representative present when they fired him, and because it could have been a mental health crisis, or that's what they're calling it, there's a shot that he could sue and get the money, apparently. That's what the reports are. Take all that away. The guy, there's never been there's been some. You talk about a coach that went to bat already on third base. Just handed it. I mean, obviously with Harbaugh, the only reason Sherrone Moore was the head coach of Michigan is because he was the only guy left. They couldn't go get somebody else. And they literally looked around the room when Harbaugh left, and they said, all right, Sherrone, you've been the OC. You've never been a head coach before. I guess we'll give it to you. And the guy's, so he's born on third base. He's making a ton of money. $14 million is the buyout. $7.5 million a year at a top 5 program in college football. Like, this is one of the all-time bag fumbles ever.
Yeah.
It is. Like, dude, come on. Come on.
Here's the other thing, Jason, is Michigan doesn't, like, the athletics program right now does not have a backbone. They have an interim president running the university.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, Manuel, how do you say it?
Ward Manuel, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he has his own controversies as well. That
He does.
So here's the thing. And Michigan, either I'm sure there's a hot list of coaches for them that they could look at.
Yes.
But, like, they got to figure out their own university first.
They do.
Like, this is a much bigger problem. I mean, outside of the whole moral issues of what Sherrone Moore did do.
Right.
The university itself has its own problems to figure out before they bring in another head coach to lead their football program.
Mm-hmm.
This is a massive issue within the institution, let alone the fact that their football program is going to suffer solely based off recruiting because of this.
I mean, I 100% agree.
Like a lot of people don't know that Michigan has a. I didn't know till yesterday that they when I left dinner,
Mm-hmm.
I looked up and I was like, oh, they have an interim president. This is not good.
Right.
This is not good.
I have one question.
Yeah.
They would have beat Ohio State 2 weeks ago. Did this still come out?
Yeah.
You sure?
I mean, am I sure? No. I mean, in the chat, Cutter says the thing is every other team would have handled it the exact same way, and he's probably right.
You're probably right.
And so if they beat Ohio State, probably not. But, I mean, maybe this isn't even an argument to bring up, I guess, regarding Sherrone Moore. Michigan is going to sit on Ohio State is going to throw this in their face for the next 10 years.
Well, I mean, they've already had plenty of stuff to throw in their face.
Well, I know that's it's not. That's red phone moment.
No
It's
problem.
not the end of the world. But, I mean, if they beat Ohio State, Jason, I think it still comes out just solely because of how bad this looks.
Mm-hmm.
And the longer you let something like this fester, the bigger it grows.
True.
You know, gross things grow in the dark, and this would be one of them.
It would be. John Gruden?
Boy, that'd be hilarious. Watch John Gruden and the Michigan Wolverines go up against Ryan Day and the Buckeyes.
It'd be fun.
Oh, it'd be hilarious.
It would be fun.
It'd be so funny to watch John Gruden coach a bunch of college guys.
I think it'd be awesome.
You think he'd be successful?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Successful being 8 wins.
I mean, that's a guy that's got some stuff also. It's all in the past.
But what coach doesn't?
There are coaches that don't have at least stuff that everybody knows about.
Norvell has not had many controversies, if any.
FSU fans might wish he did.
Yeah, at this point.
And let me get to that, yeah, because there are some Michigan fans that obviously it's a terrible look for their university, so they hate it. At the same time, it was kind of an excuse to let go of Sherrone Moore, who a lot of people didn't want anyway.
Correct.
So there are some Michigan fans, emphasis on the word some, that aren't all that upset because now they have a clean slate to go get somebody else. Oh, yeah, and they don't have to pay the buyout as of right now.
Buyout
Not the end of the world.
Though.
I know, $14 million is $14 million, but still. Let me get to Notre Dame's AD because he continues to alienate himself, alienate Notre Dame. So apparently everybody just figured out this MOU, this Memorandum of Understanding. This is something that we on this show talked about, I think, February of last year, or of this year, a long time ago, is kind of this understanding. It was 2 parts, really, when they're kind of sorting out the future of the playoff, where the SEC and the Big Ten came together and said, hey, every other conference, y'all are going to understand that we run this, and we're going to have the major pull in all of the playoff and future decisions. And everybody was like, all right, product is what it is in college football because of y'all, we understand. They signed it. So if you want to be mad, be mad at them. That was one part of it. Just saying that pretty much that the SEC and the Big Ten run things. The other part of that was Notre Dame gets to be kind of this, other, what'd you say? Free for all, absolutely, but also this is where we get if they're in the top 12 next year, they're automatically into the playoff. Ranked teams, regardless of, like this year, head-to-head, regardless of their strength of schedule, regardless of all of that. This is in writing. Everybody signed it. If Notre Dame's in the top 12 going forward, they're going to be in the playoff. So if that would have been the case this year, when they signed it, it was for 2026 and beyond. That's why it didn't happen this year. But if it had, they would have been in, even if they were 12. And obviously only the top 10 made it in because you still had your 2 group of 5s that serve as your 11 and your 12. So obviously they're complaining a ton that they're in, but now it seems like everybody else is remembering or sometimes maybe finding out about this MOU, these other ADs. And so these other ADs are like, well, that's stupid. Why is that a thing? What happens if we all just don't schedule Notre Dame? It's kind of like, it's almost like a freeze out. We don't want that to be the case where they're automatically in. That's unfair. So what if all of the big schools don't schedule them and they're left with a schedule that's almost impossible to get into the top 12, I guess is the kind of thought. Because look, you take away Miami this year and USC, their schedule was probably that of a group of 5 schedule. Like, it was insane. Let me read you their schedule next year, okay? Because look, in the past, like Georgia has scheduled Notre Dame. Well, now there's no reason for Georgia to do that. You look at Texas this year. They were left out of the playoff, yes, because they lost to Florida. It didn't help that they went up to the Shoe week 1 and lost to Ohio State. That didn't help them. So why would teams now, people are finally understanding why, and the SEC is going to 9 games, so an additional hard game. Why in the world would I schedule a hard out-of-conference game? There's 0 point. Other than because it'd be a big draw, because it'd be cool for your players, cool for your fan base. Again, we've talked about this so many times. Your fan base wants your team in the playoff. If they've got to forfeit a week 1 cool game in a place they've never gone before to get to the playoff, every single fan is going to say, forfeit that game. I mean, Georgia just canceled their home and home with Louisville. I think that was 2 days ago. And Georgia's done this just about as much as anybody else. We had home and home against Clemson, Notre Dame, Oregon. Whooped them all. That's beside the point. So why would teams schedule Notre Dame now? And obviously they've had this alliance with the ACC to pretty much play an ACC schedule. But now Notre Dame and the ACC are at each other's throats. Okay, so that's what's happening. Let me read you their schedule next year. Wisconsin. Horrible. Rice.
Bag.
Horrible. Michigan State.
Bag.
Horrible. Purdue.
Bag.
Terrible. UNC.
Bag.
Laughable. Navy. Hey, respect. Navy. Okay. Miami. All right, Miami.
Meh.
Boston College.
Bag.
Garbage. SMU. Nope.
Nope.
Syracuse. Maybe. Potentially. Big Fran Brown guy right here. Stanford.
No.
Beat FSU. But horrible. And then USC. Okay. That schedule is so pathetic. And here's what I want to, if for whatever reason USC says it doesn't benefit us anymore, we're out. Then you're just left to Miami. Then you're just left to the ACC schools. And then instead of USC, you throw in, name me a team that's ridiculously bad, LIU. And you're going to look at the schedule at the end of the year and be like, they beat absolutely nobody. It's Miami and that's it. And that's just for 2026. They don't play Miami every single year, of course. But they're going to be in a tough spot. And what they're learning, I hope, the lesson in all this is Notre Dame forever, they have the right to be independent and all that. But they've lived in a world where we don't need anybody. College football, from the Notre Dame perspective, college football needs us. We're the logo, the fan base. We're the program. College football needs us. They've operated that way. What they're about to find out, and what maybe they are beginning to find out, is maybe nobody needs them. Maybe they need other programs. In order to get into this playoff, you're going to have some decent wins. As of right now, they don't have any. So they're left with two things. Pay more money, I guess, to, first of all, repair the relationship with the ACC. That's probably number one because of all the Notre Dame, Miami playoff stuff. Or join a conference. Like, join a conference, bro. So you can guarantee yourself some good games and actually play in a conference championship. Obviously, if you win, and then you're in. It would honestly behoove them at this point to join a group of 5 conference. At least you'll be in the playoff. So that's that. Let me get to Billy Escape here. Because look, Stadium Pulse, we talk about 5 teams: Florida, Georgia, FSU, Miami, and UCF. Okay, so we've already outdone ourselves as far as national coverage between Michigan and Notre Dame on this show. 26 minutes in. So let me just throw this out there. Because Florida fans, if you woke up this morning and you didn't have a hot donut, this has got to taste like somebody you did you know what in your Cheerios.
Like a pill.
Yeah. Billy Napier talked to the team, his own squad at JMU. Now the head coach, obviously 5-year contract. Billy Napier says that he's not going to call the plays. And that he's excited for his OC to have that role. Twofold here. The fact that in many Florida fans' minds, the primary reason Napier got fired at Florida is because he was too stubborn and unwilling to let the play calling duties go. And this is not a new thing. He heard this for a year and a half. A year and a half. And only now that he's gone and at a G5 program, he's going to say, you know what? Those play calling duties, I'm going to release these. I'm going to let these babies go. I'm going to let the OC handle this. Oh, that's got to feel like a swift kick in the pants to Gators fans. How could it not? You called for it for a year and a half, and the second he goes to a G... The play calling duties are too much for him right now at JMU. Too much of a load to bear. Preparing for these G5 defenses. But at Florida, oh, that's a piece of cake. Piece of cake. Hit all the time in the world. No pressure. I love Billy, man. So many people are like, I liked Billy and all this, but this is the last straw. Now I'm gonna root against JMU. I'm rooting for JMU every chance I get next year, just to see him on the sideline, arms crossed, while whoever his OC is behind him is calling the plays. Oh, that's gonna be so sweet. I hope their offense is unbelievable, and I hope they're back in the playoff. What a sight it would be to watch a playoff game 53 weeks from right now and see Billy Napier as the head coach of one of those teams. And Florida at home, 7-5. First year under John Summerall. Man, that'd be something. Speaking of Summerall, awkward time for Florida fans because they are quite literally sharing their head coach. We can pull up this picture. I mean, this can't taste good either. I mean, are we good? First of all, I want to know how much Summerall paid for the Photoshop. What was the fee? I mean, y'all are sharing your head coach.
I think as a Florida State fan, I think it's hysterical to watch Florida's previous coach and current coach be American and Sun Belt Conference people in the playoff while they were 2 games short of any postseason action. I think that's hilarious. Their current head coach is a split screen with Tulane on his Twitter, and the other one is literally was asked by Bob Chesney to help prepare the team for Oregon in the playoff.
Yep.
That's got to taste like wet dog piss.
as opposed to dry.
Yeah, I mean, dry is not bad, but wet ain't great.
Okay. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, shoot. Did we have to do this? Tulane and Florida head coach.
So good.
By the way, you got an extra space, Mr. Summerall, in between the Tulane and the ampersand in the header there.
Yep. And also, if you look in the background, this is definitely an AI photo that he made himself and put on his Twitter.
That's what I want to know.
Because dude, look at the background of his photo. It's half Tulane, half Gators.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I asked how much did he pay for the Photoshop edit? Or did he just throw this into ChatGPT?
I think you just throw that in ChatGPT and go, hey, I'm the head coach of Tulane and the Gators.
I think this has to be Photoshop. I don't know if AI is quite capable.
Nah.
I mean, that's probably a stupid thing for me to say.
AI is actually pretty capable.
But that's one face, though. It'd be different if it was whatever. How does that feel, Florida? That's got to suck. It's about time y'all get him on the here's what I want to know. And this is a genuine question. Do Florida fans want him to win against Ole Miss? Because it's a good look? Because it's fun? Or is it like, hey, dude, lose so you can get on campus and get this out of your bio as soon as possible?
If this was the
minute they lose, this header's being changed that night.
Yes.
So then he can finally get to campus in Gainesville and start recruiting and starting doing all this stuff. Transfer portal opens up in a couple of weeks. Are Florida fans rooting for Tulane in the playoff? Because they were definitely rooting for them, it felt like to me, in the AAC championship. I was watching that game with Florida fans, seeing Summerall. It was probably their first time for a lot of Florida fans getting to see Summerall in action. And they saw it. The fire, the psycho on the sideline. When they didn't get a call, his headset was, he Jimmy Tatro'd this thing. And I think they love that. But are they rooting for him here? I don't know. When we come back, we still got a lot to talk about. SEC schedules, to get into the bracket a little bit. That's ahead on Stadium Pulse. And look, the one game tomorrow, it's a huge game. Army, Navy. It's going to be a lot of fun. 3 o'clock kick. And we've got a special tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Live from Mayport at the base. Huge military town. We know that right here in Jacksonville. So we're putting on a special for y'all. 1 hour, 7 to 8, CBS 47 and Fox 30, brought to you by the Wounded Warrior Project. We'll have a ton of stuff on the game, background on players, Jack's perspective as well. Rayon Lane, a former member of the Academy. Will this game, we've talked all about destinations and all that already on the show. Could you imagine if this game was in Everbank Stadium? In the new Everbank Stadium? In Jacksonville? Man, that'd be a lot of fun. Tonight, 7 o'clock. Be sure to watch that. We'll be right back on Stadium Pulse.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now, the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar, grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Yeah. Look at this guy. Tennessee Nick, shout out. Got married. Let's go, boy.
Freaking dog.
So freaking sick. Obviously, the former producer of this here program. This guy's freaking raw, man. So shout out to him. If you guys watched the show back then, throw it in the chat. Let him know. I'll be sending this to him now. I know he's not watching because that boy's up in Banff on his honeymoon. Hopefully enjoying the mess out of it. I'm sure he is. And look at the hat. He texted me this picture afterwards. By the way, it was his birthday Monday. Wedding Saturday, birthday Monday in Banff, Canada. Hopefully he can actually see something other than snow, because what a time to go. We've talked about that on the Britton Austin Show a ton. So that's fun. But shout out to the guy, and he texted me this Monday, and he's like, the wife surprised me with those Tennessee hats as well. So that's it. That's freaking it. That fires me up. The biggest Tennessee fan I know. Congrats to him. Blessings to y'all.
He's also the most rational Tennessee fan.
100%. And every time I mention a take of his, I make sure to point that out because that cannot be overstated. 100% the most rational Tennessee fan that exists. So if he can be rational about something that he's passionate about Tennessee, you know he's going to be a level-headed husband. Atta baby. Speaking of Tennessee, real quick, Georgia SEC schedules came out yesterday. Georgia and Tennessee do not play next year. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise because Georgia's. This is the 3 annual opponents. This is now. We've talked about this for a year and a half, even 2 years ago when these first kind of were leaked. Then it was official last year. Everybody's got their 3 annuals. Georgia has South Carolina, Auburn, and Florida. Okay, so other than that, you're not guaranteed to play anybody. You'll play every other year, every other SEC team. So Georgia and Tennessee, no game next year. So that's sad. I think that should have been one of their annual 3, but you'll get them the year after that. Then home and home, you'll split. All that good stuff. Georgia doesn't play Tennessee. Who they do play is Arkansas. Want to give a quick warning to Arkansas because their new coach, Silverfield, who, I mean, dude, the clock's ticking on your time on the job already. I'll give you 2.5 years maybe. But I can guarantee you one thing. You got to come see Georgia week 4 next year. Guess what Kirby Smart hasn't forgotten? Your comments on some stupid radio show in the last year about Georgia's driving problems. Okay? And saying, oh, if they were a real program and all this stuff. Is that stuff legit? Yes, it is. Hand up. Georgia, figure it out. All that stuff. Don't even have to talk about it. We've talked about it on way too many shows because it's that big of an issue. I got it. That doesn't mean that you as an opposing coach or as another head coach in college football can go run your mouth about it. So I'm just going to throw that out there right now to Arkansas. When y'all come to Athens, I think it's week 4 next year, I guarantee you that video will have been played all week. And expect a 40-point difference in that ball game because that's going to be pretty bad.
The Razorbacks schedule, I looked at it this morning.
They might win one game.
They might win one game.
And it's
North Alabama.
Yes, and they play Tulsa.
Yes,
Tulsa is win number 2.
Yes, and that is it.
I'll never forget. I was at the last matchup of these two teams in Athens. What had it been 4 years ago? It's KJ Jefferson. This is the blocked punt for a touchdown in the first quarter. It was 21-0 before Arkansas could blink. They had 3 false starts on their first drive because it was so loud they were on. That would have been the east side of the stadium, so right next to the student section. KJ Jefferson looked like he was a fish out of water, and he was. So it should be another fun matchup there. Expecting, again, I'm going to take the Dogs 45-7. Go ahead and get that out there for right now. We'll come back to that in a year from now. Let's pull up the bracket. Pull up the bracket with our remaining time. Oh, gosh, this guy's quick on it. Hasn't missed a beat. And then we're going to I'm going to have an FSU question that I need answered from any FSU fans watching. So let me go ahead and tweet that out. And while I do, first look at the bracket. Zach, real quick, what is the first round matchup that's most interesting to you? What's the most entertaining?
Alabama, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Reason being is Oklahoma went to Alabama and beat them, and now they host Alabama and they will beat them again. And I think that's exciting to me because I would love to see a Brent Venables defense against Fernando Mendoza and Kurt Cignetti. But here's the thing, and this is not a hot take. I'm well aware. I am echoing what every voice in college football who has a brain knows. Kurt Cignetti is a fantastic football coach. Right now, Billy Napier and Bob Chesney are riding on the coattails of Kurt Cignetti's success at JMU.
Yes.
He then goes to Indiana and just goes, I'm going to win. You don't believe me? Google me. And what's he do?
I'm a winner.
Wins. I would love to see his team versus Brent Venables' defense. I still think Indiana wins that game, but that's the matchup I want to see. Obviously, everyone wants to see the Cinderella story with JMU. There's just no way JMU gets past Oregon, Texas Tech, then Indiana, or Oklahoma.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's any way they get past Oregon.
Correct.
And I don't think you do either.
No, I don't. I don't see it. I would love to, though.
Let me go a little fast through this bracket real quick. We're going to have a full breakdown of the matchups next Friday. before these games and all that good stuff. That being said, yeah, James Madison, Oregon, that should be. I mean, that's not going to be close. Alabama, Oklahoma. I agree with you. I'm right, actually, 100%. Like, of every team that's on the left here, of these 8 teams that are on the left, I guarantee you, if you pulled the 4 teams on the right, the team that they would not want to face out of all of them is either A&M or Oklahoma.
Correct.
Oklahoma is not going to scare you offensively by any means. But nobody wants to figure out if they're the type of offense that can beat Oklahoma's defense in a win-or-go-home game in the playoff. Nobody wants to. I got to score 21 to win against the Brett Venables defense in a playoff game. It's tough. It's tough because their defense, who knows? And obviously, I would say on the other side of that, nobody wants to figure out if they can stop Texas A&M's offense. I fully expect A&M to roll Miami.
Yeah,
I really do.
Especially at College Station.
Ole Miss is a fun one against Tulane. Those 2 teams have already played, which I think is kind of unfortunate. Those teams played at the very beginning of the year, and I think Ole Miss won by 30-something. I think it was 45-10, something like that. So that's unfortunate. We couldn't get a new matchup there, but it is what it is. Obviously, I've talked about this before. I thought Georgia was definitely going to be the 2 because they won, obviously, and Ohio State lost. Committee did us a big favor, us as in Georgia. I would so much rather play Ole Miss than A&M. 100 times out of 100. And I will maintain that even if, Ole Miss were to be really hot and all this stuff were to go right, and they would have beat Georgia. A&M's better, and they have their head coach. So the committee did Georgia a big favor by kind of leaving them off the 2 spot and leaving Ohio State there. So I appreciate that. Look, if we get Texas Tech versus Oregon, that's a great game. That's a great defense versus a great offense. If you get Indiana versus Oklahoma, it's a great offense versus a great defense. That'll be a great matchup. Georgia, Ole Miss, that is not the best matchup because those 2 teams have already played, but I still think a lot of fans are going to be very eager to watch Ole Miss play just because of all the stuff. Pete Golding, without Lane, can they rally, all that good stuff. Ole Miss is America's team, as far as I'm concerned, in a format like this. And then Ohio State A&M, that's a phenomenal matchup.
It is a phenomenal matchup.
So we've got a chance to, again, I wish we had an 8-game playoff or 8-team playoff. I think it would be perfect for a team like this. If you lined up these first 8 teams and said, hey, here y'all go, it'd be phenomenal. I think it would be phenomenal. But that's that. All right, I got a FSU question for Zach and for Florida State fans in general. It's about Thomas Castellanos. Okay, so he's brought in the college football world, including myself, everybody except your fan base, told y'all he sucked. Y'all rallied behind him because you had no choice, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Then, before the season even starts, y'all start hyping him up. Okay? Cool. He talks mess before the Bama game. Y'all back him. You said on this show, I love it. I get people don't like it if they're not a fan, but I love it because we haven't had no juice as a program. This is instilling juice in the program. I love it. Then he beats Bama. Y'all start planning his statue. Not necessarily you, the fan base.
Yeah.
Folklore. All of it. He beat Bama. He's the guy. We're going to the playoff. Castellanos is bringing back the program from the dead. Let's go. The season goes how the season goes. We all know. Yep. You miss a bowl game. He doesn't play particularly well. How now, with the whole season in the rear view, I don't even know. What do FSU fans think of this guy? He went from hero to zero. Yeah. But is he really zero? I don't think Florida State fans hate him. How do y'all feel?
We don't hate him, and the reason that I can speak on behalf of a lot of Florida State fans is we don't hate him. DJU quit on Florida State last year. You don't believe me? Turn on the Cal game and then watch every game after that. He just stopped playing football. Mm-hmm. He just stopped. Thomas Castellanos, he may have sucked, but he never stopped. And so I don't hate Castellanos. I don't hate him. DJU, if he steps foot on campus, he won't make it out alive. Like, that's it. Castellanos will be like, I mean, he'll get some fist bumps, he'll get some props, but he won't be glorified like Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward, Christian Ponder, some goats, okay? But looking back at the season, Jason, you're torn as an FSU fan because you're like, well, it's better than last year, and I don't want to be greedy, right? You don't want to be greedy. You did better than last year, no question about it. But as far as the standard of FSU football since Bobby Bowden took the program over to now, it is objectively a bad season.
It's really bad.
And so, I mean, like my thoughts are, I'm just like, I wish I had a better answer for you. I'm just kind of numb, you know? Like, my team that I've grown up with, we talked about it a few weeks ago on the show. I went from Bobby Bowden to Jimbo and Jameis to frickin' Tag Bag and Norvell.
Yep. It was a phenomenal rant. You did well.
And now I'm just like, my team really sucks. Like this is bad. Like I hate saying this, but like Norvell in a way is a less egoed Billy Napier. I mean, dude, they are the same coach. They have the same record. And Billy has it in a tougher conference. You know what? There is something to be said here. Now, here's the thing about Norvell that frustrates everybody is we want something to be wrong with Norvell, so we can say get him gone, get him gone, get him gone, get him gone. But we can't. We're like, you are so morally above average compared to all these college football coaches that it frustrates us because we can't get anybody else. I do not want Mike Norvell next season, but we're going to have him.
That's what I just tweeted. Is Michigan in better shape than FSU as a program right now?
Yes.
And that is telling.
Yes. As a program, yes.
Dude.
Yes.
That's insane. That's insane. So when you look back on Castellanos' run, if he were to have another year, would you want him back as your quarterback?
Yeah.
You would.
I mean, what is
Zach? He sucks.
Jason,
Give me an alternative.
Kevin Sperry's dog water.
Dude, in this era, you've got to be able to pay somebody who could come in and do better.
Okay, give me an option.
Pay Byron Brown. I mean, unless he goes from USF when he follows Golish to Auburn, which they already have guys at Auburn, which he should probably
if we can go pay somebody, Jason, I'm totally down. I would love to not see Castellanos. I just don't see right now in college football with the pool that some of these coaches have, like Golish and Byron Brown, how we are going to get a great quarterback, how we are going to pay somebody to get in. Here's the thing with Castellanos. This is the frustrating thing is he's like, well, he knows the offense. He knows what he can do next year. He's still going to suck.
Yeah,
listen, if we get Castellanos next year, fine. But my point is that to any FSU fan who says, well, he's going to be going into his second year of Florida State, so he's going to know the offense, he's going to know the teams we're playing is going to be better, look at Boston College when he was there. They still sucked in his year after.
They did.
They still sucked.
We got to get out of here.
I know I'm talking too much.
I just want to throw that out there because
you got me all red hot. You got me all red hot.
I had to get you.
I'm sweating.
I had to flare up the.
We're gonna buy Kirby Smart out.
Oh, okay, buddy. That's all the time we've got for today. 5 minutes coming up, 10-1, Britton Austin show on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. We'll have our final thoughts. Atta baby. Final thoughts. Put that one above it. No problem. Final thoughts on the Jags. Atta baby. Jets. Should this be a 24-point game? The line's at 13.5. It's the biggest one in forever for the Jags. We'll have our thoughts on that. And Udinsky as well. Kirk Cousins, my man. Kirk Cousins is a dog. For Tegra Hoops Invitational, we're going to live broadcast a couple of basketball games in the area for y'all tomorrow. Army, Navy as well. Again, do not forget about the special tonight, 7 to 8. Army, Navy special live from the base in Mayport. It's going to be a lot of fun. Check it out. Fox 30, CBS 47. We'll have it all for you there. Appreciate y'all hopping out, hanging out. with us on the on Stadium Pulse this afternoon, or this morning, excuse me, I don't know what I'm saying. Enjoy your afternoon. Enjoy your weekend. One football game tomorrow, and then it's playoff time. We'll have it all for you covered on this here program. Have a good one, everybody.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com. Burgers or breakfast, you can get it all at Whataburger. Try something new on the menu or an all-time favorite like the Whataburger Patty Melt. And now you can have breakfast here at Whataburger 12 hours a day, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. Menu items like the bacon taquito, sausage taquito, honey butter chicken biscuit. Whether you work the late night shift, just want a snack early in the morning to get your day started, or a little pick-me-up late in the morning, 12 hours a day, breakfast served, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. A dozen locations in Jacksonville. You can order pickup or delivery and download the Whataburger app. New rewards members get free Whataburger items when placing their first online order. Just download the app. And for us coffee drinkers, Whataburger has all new hot coffee and iced coffee too. Satisfy that coffee craving at Whataburger 24/7, and it comes in a variety of flavors. Burgers, breakfast, coffee, and so much more. Whataburger, just like you like it. Baker Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Shacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.